What's poppin', chat? What's going down? It's your boy, Zomb. This is Music Mondays. Trying to check out the fucking audio. You guys know me, I gotta fix some shit every time. But what's good? This is episode 27. And if you don't know, this is Music Mondays, where we discuss everything and anything from music to underground content to independent creatives to pretty much everything and anything here live on the channel. But hope you all had a good week. I'm doing much better this week. Everything is copacetic. We are continuing as planned, chat. We got some reviews this week. We got a couple of freestyle subjects, a couple of just chill subjects. Tonight might be a bit of a shorter episode. Who knows? I'm not sure, but we'll see. Nonetheless, I hope you're well. Right off the bat, I just want to let you all know that I'm still working on my stream setup. So when everything is good and well with OBS, and basically the only thing that I have to really set up is my audio, because now my quality is all well. Everything's really okay with my PC, but now I have to get my audio really set. And of course, as you guys know, you can watch in previous episodes, the early 20s, 21, 22, 23. I was just going through a whole bunch of shit in the last few months. So stream upgrade was like really on the back burner as opposed to like really dishing out content and making sure Music Mondays was afloat and making sure my content was afloat, making sure shit with artists was afloat. But now that I'm, I guess, a little bit more free, I have a little bit more free time and to do like a few more things. So I'm sure that stream upgrade is going to be bumped up on my schedule a lot more. But let me just tweet the stream out. I usually have a tweet ready, but this week I do not because I'm a degenerate. I was like 20 minutes late, but I also was taking a shower, just getting everything situated in my setup and making sure that we don't have a whack show today. So we're gonna have a decent show this week as opposed to last week. Last week was more of like a ranty, sort of more serious show. This week we'll just keep it really chill and get back to normal. You know what I mean? um, but really key things to talk about and updates. Um, Music Mondays is now launched with a new layout, and most likely our final layout up until the new year or right around Christmas, sort of around that time. But we have a new layout, final logo, uh, new Music Mondays text, new Music Mondays intro, and if you haven't seen the intro, go check that out on YouTube as well. It's in the Music Mondays playlist on my channel. Or you can just type in Music Mondays on YouTube or the Google search bar, and I'm sure, and you will find it. Not I'm sure, you will find it. I'm sorry. Just finishing this tweet. Okay, much better. So, like I said, I hope you all had a good week. I hope everything's well with you guys. I hope everything's really copacetic. If you missed episode 26 and really a lot of raw updates about Music Mondays, go check out episode 26. It's live on the channel now. It actually just dropped today. Didn't drop on Saturday or Sunday, mostly because I was catching up with things with myself and really figuring out what I'm gonna do with Music Mondays, and not like what I'm gonna do, but like upcoming schedules and shit like that. So I didn't drop it because there was no reviews on it anyways. It was just more so more of a talking piece or a talking episode, I should say. But yeah, that's what's good. Yo, what's good, Bird? I hope you're well, homie. What's poppin'? What's crack lacking? So yeah, episode 26 is live. Definitely go get that. Go watch that if you haven't seen it. Um, Everything as far as the schedule goes, will continue as normal after today. So reviews from last week that I didn't get, are included in this week's reviews here live, and reviews open back up for next week tomorrow. So everything's getting back to normal, and just a bump in the road that, to be honest, I can totally handle. And I thoroughly believe that everything is going to be even better than before, thankfully. Playing some Assassin's Creed 2, what's good with you, homie? Nah, I'm just chilling. Chilling like a villain. But yeah, what else? Let me think. Like I said, new logos are live. Everything's live there. Um, Schedule will continue as normal. There was one more thing that I had to mention. Um, I'm sure it'll come back to me, but regardless, that's that. And as far as our website goes, I'm working with a really good friend of mine, and I have another person in line waiting to collaborate with this person. So we're gonna have another team effort to really get a more improved homepage out to you as soon as possible. So be patient on that aspect. But like I said, everything's going to continue as normal as far as reviews go, as far as submissions go for reviews, and in the coming weeks and days, I'm going to give you details on our SoundCloud playlist. So, of course, SoundCloud only. That'll be something that we work with most likely on Sundays. So, when the website's back up, we'll have articles on Fridays per usual. The Music Mondays rebroadcast and the full episode will be uploaded on YouTube on Saturday. And then Sunday will be our playlist day. So, if you're looking to get into Music Monday's first official SoundCloud playlist, um, definitely be on the lookout and follow us on all socials for details on that. 100%. Of course, at All Music Mondays, if you don't know, everything will be linked in the description if you're watching on YouTube, and just do exclamation point Music Mondays anywhere in my Twitch chat. But other than that, I think we're good. I think that's the majority of the updates I wanted to discuss. Stream stuff still coming along well. Um, Zomb Slay stuff is coming along well. Talking to a few friends of mine to get Music Mondays project started and really finished. Music Monday schedule is back to normal content wise. And of course, you'll catch me here live every Monday. Um, and I think, yeah, I think that's about it, chat. I think that's about it. But nonetheless, last week we had no reviews because, like I said, it was more of like a serious sort of ranty episode. This week's gonna be a chill episode. But last week's submissions were not up to par, so none of those got accepted. And of course, per usual, if you don't get accepted onto our live reviews, always submit back to us because we'll always at least reconsider and give you the play at the very least. But there were some excellent submissions on this week's submission list and under our tweet. So this week's we have a really really well talented list of artists. Um, One thing I did want to mention as well. That's why it's important to follow us on socials. It's not only to support us and support our pages, but if you're an artist, you can find the same submission tweets. You can find everything available to get in contact with Music Mondays and get your music featured on our podcast, get your music featured on our website, or even your song posted on our home pages. So, that's the reason for that, in case anybody was wondering, because this is exactly how we curate all these songs here, is through places like Twitter, places like Instagram, places like Tumblr, uh, all those sorts of places. And actually, kind of like a freestyle subject, but Reddit is such a shit place to find like independent like musicians. There's a lot of like independent creatives and stuff like that, but it's also like hard to find them because they're so like mixed in with like these huge like subreddits of like 100,000 people that like just all post their like viral things, creative things, whatever the fuck. And it's hard to fish out the true talent or the sort of creative that you're looking for. So I did notice that, and I thought that was funny. 'Cause I remember back when Music Mondays was in its early episodes, like probably like the first 10 episodes, and I posted on Reddit, and it was just this super dead subreddit, but like it wasn't dead in the aspect that like people weren't posting on it. It was just dead in the aspect of like engagement. Like people would just post a bunch of like songs and shit on like this underground music subreddit, and nobody would interact with them. So I was like, I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll just shoot my shot. And I remember like probably like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I checked the post and deleted it because it was fucking dry as shit. And I was like, oh yeah, like I forgot I even fucking posted this. And like if you keyword search like underground or like underground music or independent music, like a lot of subreddits are like really dry or they're like posting like not underground shit. Like it's weird. Like there's always like different definitions of underground, but there really is levels too though. Like overall, maybe your definition is different, but there's like overall levels, and that's facts. Like there's just super talented people with like 8 followers. There's like up and coming underground artists that like labels watch. There's like up and coming underground artists with like huge bases of their own that don't give a fuck about labels. There's underground artists that like um literally like thrive to get on a label but like fuck up their life. Like there's like whole categories for like underground artists. And I'm sure you could say the same for like designers and shit like that too. Um I'm not too familiar with the design world and like more so like painting and art and shit like that. That's definitely gonna be a future topic for sure on Music Mondays. Is more so like how their climate works and like what like how they operate, right? Because like I just knew like the cover art scene and like that sort of underground scene, but like not really like true full on like we do this for the art type shit. Not like $25 covers hit my line. So it'd be interesting to see like what true artists like I guess in like in their own environment, like what they're like there. It'd be interesting for sure. And I've definitely had a few artists submit their work. People like Shies, people like a few a few other people, but Um, Not often do we get them. Is what I want to say. Like I don't get them as much as I'd like to, and I definitely like to um review more covers and shit here, and especially when all my OBS and shit gets fixed, that's for sure becoming a thing. 100%. We're gonna be reviewing portfolios and doing all sorts of fun shit, man. 100%. So, with that being said, um, if you'd like to submit your artwork, if you'd like to submit your designs, if you're an independent creator and you do um, sort of anything with a business, or you have your own independent business, or you do anything creatively with artwork, definitely drop your work to Music Mondays. Hit up Music Mondays. And shit, even if you'd want to work for us, send your portfolio here, and you'll always be compensated on our team. Um, and you'd be working towards something really amazing, man. But nonetheless, we want more artists and designers here on Music Mondays, for sure. Now, um, one thing I used to do when we didn't have much to chat about here on Music Mondays, because we were just in like mid transition periods and sort of like doing freestyle episodes. Um, we would check out the charts and see what everybody's really listening to, because usually um, you'd see a lot of that stuff trickle down into into the underground. Like not like them influence the underground, but more so like you'd see the underground influence, and then you could just trace it all the way back down to the underground. And I always think shit like that's interesting. But this week will definitely be sort of on the shorter side, so we won't really get into that and make this tedious. But nonetheless, like I said, um, super important Music Mondays things coming. Really, really important website updates coming, and the overall next thing for us is to just make sure we're giving you the best content and the best opportunities to get featured here. That's really all it is, man. But just some quick updates for you. We'll get into these reviews and we'll get shit popping, because it has been a complete minute since we've done reviews. Well, it's so funny because it feels like a minute, but in reality, it's only been a week. Like there was weeks where I didn't get submissions, so the fact that I was able to like not do submissions one week, um, because I had enough to talk about that week, it was like whoa. And not that I use submissions to like fill up time, it's just I had more to talk about, so I could use that time. You know what I mean? But before, I didn't even have submissions filling up that time. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful. Shout out to all you guys who are always submitting to Music Mondays, man. All the new followers, all the old followers, all the new artists, all the old artists. Shout out you guys, man. Honestly, Music Mondays doesn't work without you guys. So, um, We try to bring everything on the best platter that we can, which in turn benefits us because we bring you guys the proper attention and the proper things that you need and want as an underground artist. So that's what's good about that. But this week, like I said, I was combining the July, the July 19th reviews with today's reviews, which was the 26th. But the 19th reviews didn't make the cut, and per usual, like I said before, if you don't make the cut here for live reviews, you can always resubmit, and we'll at the very least reconsider you, and always give you a play, man. Um, but this week's submissions, we had a lot of heaters, and I picked the two best ones out of the list, and this first one is really, really refreshing. Um, so it was submitted by an artist titled Little Derek, and he submitted a visual from a single called All Out of Patience. And before I continue with this, just let me link this in chat, and of course, everything linked in the description of the YouTube video as well. But as for Little Derek, he went the fuck off. But before I talk about him as an artist, I'm gonna talk to you about this beat. This beat is actually insane. I'm a huge fan of this sort of sound. It's got a boom bap classical sort of like sample texture to it, and I really really like this type of shit. Like you could even sprinkle some lo-fi in there with the drums, but I'm a huge fan of this beat. Um, so excellent beat choice first off. Great hook with a simple, well delivered flow. Nothing too crazy, but it's the way it hits and punches that I think it really matters. The first verse is fire, absolutely fire. The way he spits these creative, interesting bars and like these plays on words, just surprised me with the RKO bar. There were a few bars in there that like if you're a fan of like certain things, you're gonna understand, and I just think it's really, really well written. Um, so the first verse was great. Hook comes back in again, um, and like I said, simple, great delivery. And the second verse really, uh, just shines on his uniqueness and really shows how well he can ride a beat that's this interesting and not something you see often because you can see people fuck this up more than they can spit some fire on these types of beats. So Derek is no exception to that. He fucking completely nailed it. Um, Second verse really shines on his skill, 100%. But sort of in the last like 60 seconds or so, the beat switches up and gets ready for like a really good ride out outro and really just makes for a really well done visual, man. So um the visual is shot by Steve's Films, so go show him some love. I'm sure all socials are Steve's Films. But the visual really does this song justice. Like you could hear this song and maybe like mm, you could probably think it's fire, but the way this visual is filmed in um what seems to be either a college or a high school football yard, um um sort of like fresh alleyway parking garage type visuals, like there's a real good blend of just environments in this visual that really accompany the chill vibe, and I think Derek nailed it. So shout out Derek for the submission. Shout out C's Films for the great visual. Of course, everything linked down below. The YouTube description, everything linked in chat as well. So shout out you, Derek. Much love. Excellent. See, what's really good about artists like Derek is you don't see a lot of 2021 raw hip hop artists like really trying their best to be themselves, and I think that Derek is absolutely doing that. 100%. Which I mean, come on, like you gotta fucking appreciate that, right? So, again, shout out to Derek for the submission. Much love, homie. Keep doing your thing. So, out of the three submissions of this week's, I had picked two. And the second one was actually submitted to me today. Um, and before I get into this next submission, that's really why it's important to follow Music Mondays and really sort of spread these um, submission tweets and make sure you follow us on all socials because we need as many submissions as possible. Like, even though some people might not be included, the more the merrier, and the more people that eventually get on Music Mondays, the more people that are undiscovered that we really can show some love to, man. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, like I said, this one was submitted to me actually, um, I think earlier in the afternoon today, if not late last night or so. But it's an artist by the name of Vinny the Bone, and he actually submitted his link tree, which was well done, super filled with links. And you guys know me, and you know how we roll here on Music Mondays. That is fucking great. So, Vinny, you're already at a 10 out of 10 for me, bud, and that's just based off your socials. Okay, um, really great that you have everything. Um, just well done. Like everything's there, all your socials, your SoundCloud, your Spotify, your this, your that. I preach this on Music Mondays constantly is your social presence, your brand, the way you carry yourself. Don't make it hard for people to listen to you, man. So Vinny just said, "Here, take my fucking link tree. There you go." I love that. Amazing. So me being a underground enthusiast, I guess you could say, I went to his SoundCloud and I checked his recent track, and it was titled SOTWD, and that was in a has a meaning. I didn't really find what the meaning is, and I mean, I'm sure I could have Googled it and found something, but I wasn't gonna just assume that's what it was. So his latest track is SOTWD, and it's an extremely deep and well produced electronic track. And by extremely deep, I don't even think that's really a justification for how deep this song really is. The vocals on it are just so powerful and so I don't want to say ear grabbing because like anything can grab your ear by how fire it sounds, but it really opens up your ears and makes you want to continue to hear more and how the song progresses, right? It had me very interested. So extremely, extremely deep for sure. And the beat itself has this electronic sort of alternative vibe, so it's well produced on top of it. Um, but really, really crisp and well done vocals. Once again, more on the alternative side, but I feel like Vinny is really doing his own thing right here. I feel like when I struggle to find artists who compare other artists to or put a label on their sound, I really feel like that's such a good thing. Like I feel like Vinny is really doing something unique here and really really special. Uh Definitely more on the alternative electronic pop side if you wanted to put a label on it, but it's totally all Vinny. He has his just this way of being unique on this song that it you have to appreciate, man. Like you'll know what I mean. So link in chat right now, and link of course in the description. Um, Vinny really did his thing on here, man. Vinny really did his fucking thing. Let me put this in chat right now. But the thing I really really appreciate about this is just an artist being an artist. Sort of with Derek in my previous review that we just discussed. You can tell that Vinny's doing his own thing, man. And this is what I look for in reviews here on Music Mondays is not a clone. You're not trying to bite anything. You're doing it well enough to your standards. And if I can tell that you're putting your fucking heart into this shit, I can respect it, bro. I can respect it. And this is it's just the type of shit that gets me excited. You know what I mean? And it's the type of shit that I started this for, as you guys know, and I always talk about this type of shit. So you don't really have to hear it from me over and over again. But one of those tracks that really grabs your attention from the jump. And I think one of the things that I noticed the most was as the beat kept building, so do Vinny's vocals. And he keeps changing flows, he keeps changing cadences, he keeps changing a lot of things. And it all fits really well with this overall build. It's a rather short intro outro song, but it's more than that. It has replayability not because of its length, but because of how it builds. The build is something that's really important about this track, and I found to be one of my favorites, to be honest. I really like that aspect about this track, but just a great mix of alternative vocals. Just shit that reminds me of raw, well done underground artists. You know what I mean? Everything is just really well done. So shout out to Vinny the Bone Man. Go show him some love. Go check out SOTWD. He'll be linked in the description. Of course, links in chat as well. But nonetheless, much love, Vinny. Thank you, my friend. Keep doing your thing. Love that, man. Shout out, Vinny. Good guy. Good guy. Well, I mean, shit, I don't know, but he's a fire artist, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. And I think, above all, whether you're a musician, a creative, whatever the fuck you do, I think that's one thing that you can take pride in is always being yourself in a world of like super clones. You know what I mean? Like this world is filled with people that are just trying to be other people all the time, blatantly. So I think that if you find somebody that's doing their own thing and doing things that they want to do, not what everybody else wants them to do, or anything like that, I think you can always applaud it because this world's filled with a bunch of fucking clones. You know? Truth. That is Zomb facts right there, ladies and gentlemen. Zomb facts. But lots of exciting things coming in the future of Music Mondays. No more rebrands, no more abrupt changes. Everything is up from here. Um, Building another handpicked team by myself, uh, filled with like-minded individuals that really want to see the underground win again. and not really get back to the ways that it used to be, because the ways that it used to be was kind of fucking ass, as you all know. We're creating a new environment and a new welcoming environment for hard work and just creatives that really care about what they do, man, and want to show off what they can do. And that just goes for everybody. You know what I mean? Photographers, videographers, you name it. It's creative. It's probably welcome on Music Mondays for sure. Because music is one of those things that takes from all of those things these days. Like, it's not just about playing an instrument anymore. You're talking about cover art. You're talking about photo shoots. You're talking about filming music videos. Like, those people matter too, bro. I have a lot of good friends. I have a lot of mutuals that are very talented individuals, and just because they don't make music, they're heavily involved in the music industry, in the underground. So, you know, all those people deserve a lot of shine too. That's for sure. So, closing statements. Like I said at the top of the show, Music Mondays will continue as scheduled. Um, Submissions for next week on August 2nd will be open tomorrow, which will be Tuesday the 27th. So, if you're looking to submit and get your creative ass here on Music Mondays, make sure you follow us on our socials at All Music Mondays, or just DM us your links, submit under the tweet, do pretty much anything, and guaranteed it will be heard. Believe that. But um, website's under maintenance. Working with a new team to get a whole new website redone. Podcasts will continue as normal. Submissions will continue as normal. Um, SoundCloud playlist. Details on that coming this week. Of course, today's Monday, so be on the lookout for that. And I think that's gonna do it for episode 27. This will be live on YouTube, so if you don't know, every Saturday these will be re-uploaded on YouTube and available for your unlimited viewing pleasure. Episode 26 is already live. Next week, episode 28 will be live, and it'll be our first episode of August. Yeah, our first episode of August, and as well, we're approaching 30 fucking episodes, which is actually fucking crazy. Because every episode has been at least 35 minutes. Almost, I think almost all of them are 40. So the fact that we're approaching 30 episodes this quickly, excellent. Really thankful of anybody who comes through and supports Music Mondays on any of our socials, submits to us, everything, man. Really, really, we wouldn't be shit without you. And the underground and independent creativity is really what we do it for. So, I'll see you guys next week. Episode 27 will be live this Saturday. Submissions will open tomorrow. Follow us on all socials at All Music Mondays. You can follow me on all socials at Zomb Slays. Thank you to anyone who tuned in. I'll see you guys next week. Episode 28 live. Later, 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 later.